Although you're with Good Evening Wales with Adrian Masters and Sarah Dickens. And we now have a fifth mountain over 1,000 metres here in Wales. Experts have measured Glyder Fawr in Snowdonia to within a few centimetres, and it turns out it's higher than was originally thought. The mountain was measured by a team of surveying enthusiasts. They are accredited by the Ordnance Survey, which means their results will appear on the maps. One of the team is Graham Jackson from Mould. He says the kit uses satellite technology to take measurements.
It's an antenna up here on the top of a pole, and that collects the signals that are being transmitted by satellites. The concept is absolutely identical to your handheld GPS or to the sat-nav that's in your car. It works in exactly the same principle. And we lugged all 10 kilos of it to the top of Glyder Fawr, and we set it up there, and we found the highest point of the mountain. This is always a delicate question to answer because the map is not wrong. 999 metres has got an experimental uncertainty on it by the method of which it's measured of plus or minus 3 metres, so it could be between 996 or 1,002 metres, which is perfectly adequate if you're using the map for walking, which is the purpose it was designed for. But if you want to determine whether Glyder Fawr is a supermountain or not a supermountain, whether it's over the 1,000 metres, then you need to go to something that's got a higher degree of accuracy.
Well, Rhys Evans is the Snowdonia manager for the National Trust. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Are you surprised?
Not surprised. We're very proud on this very historic day where we've seen one of our mountains become or being promoted rather from being just a mountain to being a super mountain, and as custodians of the summit of Glyder Fawr, we're obviously very, very proud to be part of today.
You are satisfied that this is an accurate measurement now from everything that we just heard in the clip there?
The people and the companies who have done this research, they're obviously very professional people, and the equipment they've used is very up-to-date and high-tech equipment. So yes, we are satisfied that all the information gathered is correct.
So when I asked you if you were surprised and you said you weren't really surprised, you had a suspicion that it might have been a super mountain all along, is that right?
We had hoped, but obviously the work that has been done over recent months has proved that now that it is a super mountain, the fifth super mountain in Wales, and obviously that is something we should be very proud of.
Do you think the very fact that it's now classified as a super mountain will attract more climbers, more people wanting to come to the area?
We definitely hope so. Snowdonia is world-renowned really as a challenging area for walkers and climbers alike. We see millions and millions of people come here every year to challenge these mountains, and hopefully with a new super mountain in our midst, we'll see yet more people come to Snowdonia next year, which obviously is a beneficial thing in terms of the local economy.
And what does it mean for you as the National Trust? What do you have to do differently? Do you have to do anything differently in the way that you look after it?
Obviously, with more and more people coming to Snowdonia, especially to see Glyder Fawr, to challenge Glyder Fawr, obviously that will have an impact on the footpaths that we try and maintain on not just only Glyder Fawr but the rest of the mountains in Snowdonia as well. We have a dedicated footpath team here in Snowdonia, and their work is absolutely excellent. Human pressures now on these mountains will inevitably mean that there'll be more work for the footpath team in future.
Sure, and does that extra metre put you off climbing it now, or is that only going to challenge you further?
Not at all, I'll be up there come the weekend.
Thank you very much. Rhys Evans is the Snowdonia manager for the National Trust, which has now got a fifth, got another.
In Scotland they call them Munros, don't they? So we need a word, don't we?
Okay.
Super mountain doesn't sound right.
I don't know, I quite like the idea of super mountain.
Do you?
Yeah. It sounds like a superhero, but
Super
pretty
tech,
hefty
super
one.
mountain, yeah, okay. 28 minutes past 5, here's our superhero, Phil Steele.
What about Mega Mountain? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Not to describe me, of course, to describe that mountain.
It sounds like, no, not to describe you. It sounds like a chocolate. Anyway, never mind.
Organisers of the